Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the Zero to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the gold for the day. Obviously we have done our setup for our TSM and all of that jazz. So now let's see what the results are after a few days of just casually recrafting and posting to the auction house. Now currently we have a lovely amount of 73 males and a total of 193,777 gold. Actually it would be over 300,000. That's because if you look at my bags, I actually have 109,000 in there. I had to loot like 130,000 in order to keep up with my crafts. So just so you guys know. So yeah, 109,000 in the bags, but the things that are of note that are actually sold for this load, that is Vial of the Sands. Obviously not that much, but we farmed to craft it, so we're still making a profit of 39,905 gold each for 2 Vial of the Sands. Sold Highborn Compendiums, Mystical Bulwark, 1,861 gold. Highborn Compendium of Sundering, 2,063 gold. That's pretty damn good, that's gone up in price. Highborn Compendium of Storms, 1,461 gold. We sold 27 Vantage Runes of Ny'alotha, the Waking City, and that was for 12,849 gold. Vantage Runes sell really well. The Highborn Compendium of Sundering, once again for the same price, and a Uncanny Combatant Sorcerer's Scepter of the Fever Flare. That's 1,236 gold. We also sold 122 Drums of Fury, 3,321 gold. Drums of Fury was crafted in WoD, and they still sell for a really decent amount of gold because they're buff. Highborn Compendium of Storms, once again, that's for 1,461 gold, along with the Satin Pants and Satin Bracers. But the Satin Bracer didn't sell for all that much, about 743 gold. But the Uncanny Combatant Satin Pants was 1,347 gold. The other thing of note is the Leather Gauntlets, the Uncanny, 1,623 gold. The Uncanny Combatant Etched Vessel, which is from Inscription, for 3,343 gold. Along with Uncanny Combatant's Satin Pants of the Quickblade, 1,347 gold. The other thing is more satin belts, Uncanny, 2,331. The next thing of note is Drums of Fury, once again, 68 of those for 1,851 gold. The Uncanny Combatants Satin Pants, again for 1,347. Uncanny Combatants Innovative Staff, that is a dual crafting one. Definitely something you should prioritise to get to rank 3 before you start crafting it for the most effective amount of gold, because that's 9,843 gold and it cost me like a couple of thousand gold just to make. So it's a really good markup. The next thing of note is the Uncanny Sorcerer's Scepter, 2,448 gold. Mechanized Chopper, 31,304 gold for one of those. The Glyph of Cracked Ice, that's 1,588 gold. Along with Drums of Fury, once again, 2,450 of those for 90. And that's Comfortable Rider's Barding, 3 of those for 2,028 gold. And the last few things is the Etched Vessel, again, 3,343 gold. Highborn Compendium of Storms, Enchanted Vessel again, Uncanny Combatant's Leather Gauntlets, Compendium of Storms, Enchanted Vessel. You get the point. We've sold a lot of uncanny stuff. Basically, we've made quite a bit of gold. That's 193. That is 193,777 gold. And the things that are selling is the Highborn Compendium stuff, the mounts, and the uncanny stuff, such as the Drums of Fury as well. So if you wanted to double down on it, highly recommended overall. So we've done alright for the last few days. I'm pretty damn happy on that. The next thing of note is what am I going to be doing in the meantime, as we've now fully got our TSM set up for daily restocks, as that it only takes just a little bit of time. Now I was playing around with the Whiptail multi-farm, and I was like, okay, let's just do half an hour here and there. I only did like 30 minutes, so I'm really not going to post about that, so to speak, because that isn't a full hour overall. But currently we have 303,559 gold in our bags. Let's have a look at our restock. Obviously that was the restock from the other day. And now all we have to do is spend 21,662 gold for a 9,713 gold profit on top of that. So that's something I should take into account as well. And actually, no, it's 27,000 for a 13,000 gold profit. Okay, so I just needed to close that down. Not a problem, that's pretty damn good. I'm quite happy with that overall. So now what we're going to be doing, let's bung ourselves into Worth It. Now obviously this is a different build than the standard Worth It that you guys are used to, because we're actually doing some new features and new things going forward, so we'll just bear that one in mind moving forward. Now that being the case, let's just jump down over towards our mining and see which ones we're going to be good for actually doing. Now I am considering doing some group farms, as the only ones that seem to be over 20,000 gold is the thing that I'm probably going to be aiming for, and that would be like things like if it's close to 20,000 gold or just barely under or even over, I'll be doing those. So what I plan on doing is I'm probably going to do some hardened spring for 2x4 farming, definitely some volatile water farming, savage leather, apparently savage leather treasure finding one is pretty damn good, and that's a solo one, so I might just do that. The volatile fire five-man group is pretty good, that's 22,000 gold per hour, and yeah, that's not too bad, that's not too bad. The only ones that we can do that are soloable is the mechanized chopper one, which is turning everything into titanium bars, 17,000 gold per hour. That's not too bad. That's just doing my favourite farm of all times, so definitely well worth it. Other than that, that is pretty much what we've actually been looking at. We can have a look at all the things. At this moment in time, things just seem to be dropping in price as we move forward to the end of the expansion. Only we've got like 4 months odd left before SL actually gets released, so it's kind of hard on the farming front, so to speak. So I'm considering doing some high-end ticket farming if you guys are interested in that. So while we're developing the next thing of Worth It and making sure that all runs, thank you Callan once again for working very hard on some of the features that I do not actually have the capability of doing myself. Aside from that, the things of note that we should probably be doing now is, if you are still running for your Brutosaur, obviously we haven't got a lot of time left, so it's literally farm every minute, every day if you really want your Brutosaur. If you're getting yourself prepped up, ready for Shadowlands, that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on at the moment, because we're going to make a lot of gold in Shadowlands, because at the beginning of an expansion you're going to make loads of gold as a side of the end of an expansion, which is really hard to actually make any gold, especially at the moment in time for BFA, because overall it's just been a very bad expansion to actually make gold in. Now obviously we've been able to make gold, but it's just taking a hell of a lot longer than any other expansion that I've currently gone along with, so this is still something we need to keep our eye on. Now, of course, we still have other things that we can actually still sell, but I'm considering doing some high ticket farms for specific different items. So if we set up our configuration, we'll just go into configuration, we'll just go with historical. So we'll just go with the region, we'll just go with the region historical instead of the actual historical on my realm. So region historical, and then jump into our transmog. Now, when it comes to transmog, there are a few different things when it comes to this. Obviously we're going to get that's probably a fake number for the dead mines, because some of these things are not going to be worth an awful lot. So that being the case, the other things of note are probably, I'm considering doing some Alderman, some Gnomeregan and some Scarlet Monastery. I think those ones will probably be some good ones to do, because we'll just get hold of some high ticket items, so to speak. Maybe dabble in a bit of that as we move forward, because obviously we're able to pull regular gold now, so now we can focus on some like high ticket stuff. Obviously that's going to take a little bit more time in order to actually sell those things, but with the new expansion that actually opens us up to still be able to sell those things, so then we have a nice little uptick moving forward. Now other than that guys, that is pretty much all I have to really say for the day. Like, what's our plan moving forward? the daily gold things that she's doing quite well. So now let's just get into a bit of more standard farming, so to speak, because we've just got everything else automated. So let's actually get into farming some high ticket items to sell those. We've actually got ourselves set up to actually make regular gold. Now let's actually go find some high ticket items to actually sell on the auction house as well, so then we can have these major upticks along with the steady pace upticks moving forward. Now that being the case, guys, that's pretty much all I'm going to have to say for the day. I'm going to do my restock quickly to keep on top of all of that, and other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.